Hello my friends, it's Caddy. I'm sharing with you today a new series that I'm beginning called Think Outside the Box, and it's just ways that you can use certain products or items, household items, or just random items that you can use in your scrapbooking that you normally wouldn't think of to use. This week's item is going to be paper towel rolls. Now, as you can see, I flanned out the paper towel roll and I'm just cutting it into thin little strips. And I kind of, I fast forwarded that so you guys didn't have to watch me cut and cut. And then I'm just showing you a few different shapes, that you can make with these thin strips. Basically, there's lots of possibilities and lots of things you can make. This pattern I'm creating is a lot of fun. You can make a whole background with this pattern and it'll be really, really pretty. Basically, I decided to begin this series because my YouTube viewers, my lovely viewers, I can't remember who it was. Someone said you should do like a series, or you should do something showing how to use products in different ways. So that's what I'm doing, and so hopefully you guys might get some ideas from this. Now I'm just showing you how you can just line up these pieces and it'll look really, really cool. So I did that in one of my layouts not too long ago, and it looks really, really cool. It just adds something different to the layout. And here's a heart that you can do. You can make like a star. I mean, there's just so many things. This one's really pretty. This is a flower, and basically you can just make a simple flower with 6 little loops, or you can just make a big old flower like I'm doing here. So it's a lot of fun. It's really nice. It's something, like I said, it just adds some texture, a little something different to your page. So it's really, really cool. So that's the flower. Now what I'm gonna do for my layout, the one I'm sharing with you today, is basically it's the flower just like that as you see it there, except my intention is not for it to be a flower so much. Basically it's meant to look more like fireworks. So that's kind of my idea and what I'm going for, because it is 4th of July weekend. It is Sunday, July 5th. Yesterday was 4th of July. So I hope you all had a great one. I sure did. I enjoyed some fireworks with my family, and we had a nice time. So I'm gonna take the pieces and I'm gonna color them with some Heidi Swapp color shine, and that's in the cherry color. And then I just basically put them on some wax paper in that box. I just sprayed them, and then I kind of take my tweezers to dip them in there and make sure they get the color. And then I'm gonna fast forward as well, because I'm not gonna make you guys watch me do that for all of them. But I wanted you to get an idea of what I did. You could also use acrylic paint. Maybe you can water down some acrylic paint and dip them in, or put it in a spray bottle, and it will probably have the same effect. This one just kind of has some shimmer to it because it is the Heidi Swapp color shine. So so that's that. So I put those off to the side to dry, and I'm just kind of mixing them in there, and I'm just doing this because there's a lot of color shine on the wax paper, so I just kind of want to use it up. I'm just moving them around, and I'm just trying to absorb as much of that as possible. So the photo that I just showed you is my mom. She just became a US citizen, not this past week, the week before. She was super excited. It's something she's been wanting to do for a long time. So I got a picture of her on that day, and that's what I'm scrapping today. And basically this is just a white sheet of paper. It's just a Recollections Michael's paper, and I did put gesso on the back of it, so it was already gessoed. And then I'm just taking some blue acrylic paint, and I am just kind of painting a whatever that is swirl type of thing in the background. I do add some glitter to it. However, in the end, I didn't record what I did in the end, but in the end, once I was done with the layout, the blue was very, very overpowering. It was just too much. So I do end up putting gesso over that blue swirly thing that you see there. So you're gonna see it in the picture. It's a lot more muted, because it was standing out way too much, and it was just not making me happy. So in the end, I I just got gesso with a brush, and I just gessoed over it just a little bit, so that you won't see me do, but you will see it in the picture in the end, and the picture in the beginning, of course. So that was done. Just drying it a little bit with my heat tool. And then what I'm gonna do to get the deep little pieces on there is I'm gonna use Mod Podge. The last time I used these, I just put a little bit of glue behind each one with my Tombow and glued each one individually, and that was fine, but I figured this would be quicker. So this is actually the first time I'm testing this out, and it worked perfectly. So I spread some Mod Podge, and then Mod Podge dries clear, so you know it works out fine. So just putting them on there with the Mod Podge, and then that's what I'm gonna do for the whole for everything. You know, just keep adding Mod Podge and putting them on there. And I do put, you know, a generous amount of Mod Podge. I don't just put a really thin layer, because I do want them to stick. So yeah, and then, you know, I figure if there's any like pieces that are loose or any ends, you know, I could always just take a little bit of glue and, you know, and just glue it down, and it will be fine. So that's what I'm doing right now. And then again, this is just the idea behind this is just kind of like sort of like fireworks, you know, just because, I mean, I know it's not the 4th of July layout, but it still has to do with, you know, being an American and being proud to be an American, and it is 4th of July weekend. So, you know, I thought that was gonna be cute, just to kind of do that. And because, you know, fireworks you know, make me happy, and my mom was so happy, so it was just, you know, I just thought, why not? Let's do something that looks kind of like fireworks. So it is basically like the flower I showed you guys. It's the same thing, but you know, it's gonna be kind of supposed to be like fireworks. So that's what that is. So yeah, I'm just going around and just sticking those in there, and just kind of, you know, just putting them in there wherever I kind of see you know, that it needs one. So really no specific, you know, I'm not following any specific pattern or anything, you know, I'm just kind of placing them on there however it makes me happy. So that's what I'm doing there. And as far as this series goes, I'm gonna go ahead and do a video a week for this series. That's what I'm gonna try to do. Should be fun. You know, I'm trying to think of different things to use for scrapbooking. So, I mean, and you know, it's not like I don't have enough things to use, because I have a ton of stuff in my stash that I need to use. But for me, it's just fun using things in different ways. So, you know, and this, you know, these little pieces, they add so much to a layout. You know, I think it just looks really, really, really cool. So, you know, definitely it's something fun to try, and it's something very cheap, and it's something that's gonna, you know, it's gonna give you a wow factor, you know, if you use it the right way. So I think it's fun. So I hope you guys will try it, and please, if you do, you know, do anything using these paper towel rolls, let me know, and leave a link to your layout or to a video in the bottom, so I can see it, because I'd love to see what you guys come up with. Anytime I can inspire someone, it makes me very happy. So yeah, I would love to see that. So now I just placed a piece of was like a poster board, and then I put a little Tupperware thing on top, so you know, I can kind of make everything stick down. So I left that there for like about 15 minutes. I didn't leave it too long. You could leave it longer, but you know, I just wanted to get my layout done because I wanted to get it posted today for 4th of July weekend. So I was a little bit impatient, but that's okay. So I'm just trimming down my picture, you know, kind of trimming people out of the background, because there's a lot of people in the background that were sitting around here. First I'm going to mat it on some white, because I like the white border on the picture. So I'm just matting it on some white. Then I'm going to mat it on some black. And that's just to make the picture pop a little bit more, because the background is busy. So, you know, if I kind of, and then I did kind of like a Polaroid type of thing, and I left a little piece at the bottom. And then I'm using this paper. This is it's navy blue paper. It says Stars and Stripes, and that's from Color Book, and that's just 8.5 by 11. I have a few sheets of those, so I'm glad I was able to use it. So I'm just cutting it down, and then I leave a strip on top and the bottom that says Stars and Stripes. And then I have these little stickers, which are from K & Company, which I've been dying to use because I really like them, and I hadn't used them, and I was saving them for like a 4th of July page, but this was kind of perfect because that one that I put on the bottom says Proud to be an American, so it fit perfectly. And then I really wanted to use that flag. That's the flag they gave her at the ceremony, but I don't know, it just wasn't working. I could have made it work, but it wasn't working. So in the end, I just stick it to the back, and you see it in the end. In the photo, it's just kind of sticking on the left hand side, just showing a little bit. But I could have made it work. I don't know, I just didn't want to cover the background all that much. And then that was a little flyer that I got from there as well, but I didn't use that either on the layout. That happens sometimes. I collect pieces from, you know, from whatever event I go to or whatever, and then I don't end up using them. Usually what I'll do is I'll just make like a little pocket in the back of my layout, and I'll put it in there if there's anything I really want to keep or remember. So that's what I usually do if I don't actually get it on my layout. So now I got this doily. This is a black doily from Michael's. I believe it's Recollections. And I'm just going to place it. And that's just kind of to make it stand out a little bit more as well. And then you can see already from this point that blue is really sticking out. and it was too overwhelming for me, so that's why I did end up covering it with some gesso, just a really light, you know, coating of gesso, and it made a big difference for me. So you'll see it in the final picture, like I said, but yeah, it was a bit too much. I probably should have gessoed before I put the little pieces on there, but you know, oh well. It was fine. I did it afterwards and it was just fine. And then I'm taking some of that same paper that I matted my photo with that says Stars and Stripes, and I just cut it down in different sizes, and I'm just sticking it down there. And that's just to add some interest down there. And I'm gonna put one of the little stickers from the K & Company sticker sheet on top, so it was just kind of something for that sticker to lay on. See, it just says American. And then I'm just sticking the little stickers from that same pack. I'm just sticking them around the layout. And this is a very simple layout. It's not, you know, it doesn't have tons of embellishments or anything, but you know, it really doesn't need it. You know, it was the background was, I think, embellishment enough. So, and then I'm just using some pop dots, not the pop dots, but the actual, you know, the packaging of the pop dots, and I'm gonna use that just to stick down my photo. And that stuck perfectly because the thickness of the pop dots are about the same thickness as the little pieces. So I'm just using up that, you know, that sticker sheet. I just wanted to use up all the stickers because if I leave one, then I'm just gonna have one sticker in that pack. So I use them all up, and then I'm gonna show you that I'm done. But you know, like I said, the only thing I do afterwards is I just gesso over the blue in the background, and you'll see that in the final picture. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned. I'm going to have some videos every week for you. If you have any questions, please let me know. I love to hear from you guys. Okay, thank you for watching. Here's a final picture, and you can see the gesso on there. So thank you for